Good morning, dear listeners! You are tuned in to 99.9 Faith Radio Broadcasting Station.
We will narrate interesting stories that are full of lessons about life and love.
Today, we have another tale from an American writer, Irv Tunick.
Story begins on a September day in 1884 in the little town of Oberlin, Ohio. It was warm, but not hot. Down from Lake Erie, some 20 miles to the north, a wisp of wind tickled the elm trees along College Street, patted the flag on the campus of Oberlin College, and finally meandered off rather aimlessly to the south. It was a good day for a nap, then.
Fire! 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 Where is it, Chip? Where's the fire? The whole house on College Street. Young Charlie Hall must be experimenting again.
Golly, what a mess. Julia, Lou, will you help me clean things up?
How did the fire start, Charlie?
What happened?
I don't know. I was working on a chemistry experiment. I decided I'd try something different from what the book said. And then, boom!
When Father gets home, that's what will happen.
What will happen, sis?
Just what you said. Father is here.
Charles,
Yes, father.
Charles, may I ask you how the fire started?
Well, I don't know exactly, sir. You see, I was mixing some chemicals, doing an experiment, and all of a sudden,
What?
fire!
It wasn't Charlie's fault, Father. It was just an experiment.
Julia, you and your sister will kindly let me handle this matter in my own fashion.
Yes, Father.
Now, Charles, your mother and I have been most indulgent in the matter of your chemical experiments. That's true, is it not?
It certainly is.
We have maintained an attitude of quiet resignation in the face of alternating periods of abominable smells and malodorous gases. When acid dripped down from the attic, went through the floorboards and ultimately dug a hole in Mother's favorite counterpane, we said not a word.
No, sir. Not a word.
You would say then that we, as parents, have been sympathetic?
Sympathetic? No question about it.
Good. But Charles, one has to draw a line somewhere.
One does. Yes, sir.
Setting the house on fire, that is just a trifle too much.
I would think so.
Good. Then you will understand exactly why I say to you at this time that you are never to conduct another chemical experiment under this roof.
But Dad,
There is no appeal from this decision. Good day, Charles. Good day, children.
Well, Mr. Hall, come in.
good morning, Professor Jewett. I hope you don't mind my bothering you in your laboratory.
Nonsense. Say, what's this I hear about a fire at our place?
One of my experiments,
Oh, that will happen.
it sure made a mess of things.
Sorry to hear that.
I've been banished. I can't work at night anymore. I got kicked out of the attic.
Hard to work in chemistry without a laboratory.
It sure is. What am I going to do?
How'd you like to work here in your free time?
Could I, ma'am?
Well, why not? All we need is the permission of the head of the chemistry department of the college.
But Professor,
I know, I'm the head of the chemistry department of the college. Very well, permission granted. Charles,
yes, Professor Jewett.
It's stifling in here. Would you mind opening a window?
Not a bit.
Oh, watch the papers on my desk. Hand me the paperweight.
This it? Here you are, ma'am.
Thanks. What are you looking at, Charles?
That paperweight. I thought it was lead, but when I pick it up, but it doesn't weigh anything.
Oh, that's not lead, my boy.
What is it?
That's one of the crown jewels of chemistry. Aluminum, Charles. Charles, pure aluminum. One of chemistry's will o' the whips.
I've never seen pure aluminum before.
Not many people have. It's almost a laboratory curiosity. What a pity! A strong, wonderful metal, lighter than iron, copper, zinc, or lead, resistant to corrosion by water or air. But a baffler. A real puzzler, Charles.
Why? What's so puzzling about it?
It's modesty. if you can call it that. This thing called aluminum is one of the most common elements in the Earth's crust. Every clay bank is full of it, but you can't get it out just by issuing a polite invitation. It never cures in its natural state. As pure aluminum, it's always bound up tightly with other elements, and no one as yet has ever found a method of extracting it economically. Getting it out in its pure state at a price low enough to make it economically feasible.
Can't they find anything that will reduce those compounds?
No, indeed. Some of the great scams of the world have tried and given up. Charlie, here's something to think about. The man who finds a way to extract aluminum from its compounds on a commercial scale would be a benefactor to the world and incidentally lay up for himself a great fortune. I mean that, Charlie. I'm serious.
It sure is something to think about. It sure is.
What will happen to Charles?
Is there something that Professor Jewett wants him to do?
Will he grow up to be another mischievous teenager or will he perhaps become a scientist?
Tune next week as we continue Tunic's story,
The
Metal of the Moon.
This has been Alexia Di Marugot
And Bianca Nemo, your radio announcer, together with Joyce Ganasias, the announcer,
the Fire Chief Bianca Nemo,
Abby Santos as Locum,
Dominic Almasan as Charlie Hall,
Althea Balanzo as Luis Hall,
Ryan Rodriguez as Julia Hall,
Rafael Pagtalunan as Mr. Hall,
and Charlene Sinaga
and Alexia Di Marugot as Professor Jewett.
Thank
you for listening to 99.9 Faith Radio Broadcasting Station. Until next time, suckers!
Kailangan mo ng Ductify.
Sympathetic?
Go.
Good morning, Professor.
Tatawa ako.
Oo.